Hello, God bless. Daniel Maximov with another vlog. Um, so, I don't know if you guys have seen what's going on in the news with the Floyd violent protesting going on in Minneapolis, but it's taking a turn for the worse. Now more than ever when we have curfews being enforced at 10 a.m. in some places that expand onto 6 a.m. and all because people are quick to make their voice heard by burning people's personal businesses down, burning cars, throwing bricks at horses, and pretty much destroying property. And we have celebrities egging it on rather than condemning it. Because let's be realistic, who's got what any violent riot is going to happen in their gated communities? And of course I'm referencing Michael Moore, who a multi-million-dollar jerk who is tweeting things about diversity, where the chief of police officer was himself a black man. So I just had to get that out of my chest. I'm sorry if I'm starting it out from the wrong set of the tracks. Anyways, prior to the protesting, there was a white individual with a black umbrella covered in he looked like he had police gear on, and a mask with a pink thing on it, and the lad was smashing calmly AutoZone windows, and this was prior to the riot in an attempt to, you know, to crowd pump the masses into to destroying property damage, to getting involved in property damage. And the guy was caught and was chased by non-violent protesters, or should I say bystanders, and the guy attempted to flee. And to me, I think he was part of Antifa, if not that, a police officer attempting to start a riot. Because let's think strategically think about what's going on right now. Okay, these violent riots, if you've seen the clips, they weren't just conducted by blacks, they were also conducted by whites, and the most nefarious of them all were Antifa. And Antifa are anarchists, so they aided in aggravating they actually aided the rioters into more violent acts. Because what we saw, I can understand when you're protesting, I mean, what you're trying to say, but there's a difference between sending a message and just destroying your own cities, and and causing the National Guard to intervene, to enforce some sort of martial law in order to stop you from from things escalating further. And this is anarchy. This isn't protesting anymore. So, and even though the picture that resurfaced was strict liability on the police part and department, because it shows lack of protocol, because regardless of any criminal genetic need, you shouldn't place your foot or anything on top of anybody's neck. And unfortunately, allegedly it resulted in his death, because I don't believe that the truth has been released. And that's the primary problem in this protest, that people have no idea, there is no clarity of information. Because even though the picture reflects strict liability, I hardly believe that the officer's intent was to kill the individual. Because when you're choking someone or just hurting them bad to the point that they cannot speak, they usually let the individual know that what was going on to them. They don't just let it happen. So then there's a lot of facts that haven't been released, and we as the people should demand clarity of information, not rethink our positions before taking part in something so, you know, un-American, because there's nothing, you know, particularly sane that involves destroying other people's property and businesses. There was a guy who was, you know, whose business was, you know, like for example, the CVS getting robbed. I mean, in what part does protesting and is protesting synonymous with stealing and taking part in you know, destroying individuals' lives that they work their asses off for? No. So, and has violent protesting throughout the ages accomplished anything at all other than getting killed or possibly getting stereotyped and having police just come at you from a bad angle? What has violent protesting accomplished? Like think about it. What message are you sending that will be accepted as a positive? None. It's just anarchy, and anything that is enforced by anarchy will never ever add to anything positive. Just realize that. So what's going on, you know, in the mainstream media is not doing, you know, is responsible for enforcing fear, and it's responsible for lying continuously to the masses. And like Malcolm X says, it's the most powerful entity because they have the power to make the criminal the innocent and the innocent the criminal. So be on your guard, because like this is turning biblical every step of the way. First the virus, now they forget about the virus, now this, you know. At what time we're living in lawlessness times, like, may God have mercy going forward, because this is just the tip of the iceberg. Out of the tip of the iceberg over what's just a taste of what's to come. So this is my take on this ordeal. I personally wouldn't advise anyone to be out, especially during nighttime, due to how things are, you know, are revolving. Because I mean I mean, we have the virus on driving people insane in lockdown, and now we have this, you know, adding fuel to the fire. I don't know until what end. So anyways, God bless, and I'll see you guys very soon.